What's going on, fellow growers? This is Andrew from Tailwaggin Farms. Today, exciting day. We've decided we're going to get bees again here at the farm. It's been about 7 years since we had bees here. We used to have, at most we had 5 hives, then it went down to 2 hives, and then they all disappeared. But Kim wanted them again. She missed their little butt dancing, so she went out and bought a hive kit. So I'll show you how to put it together today. As you can see, this is from the future. I already kind of put stuff together, but also going to give you a rundown on the different components within a hive. And thanks for joining me. So the first piece I want to talk about is the bottom board. As you can see, there's a shallow side and a deeper side right here, deeper side up. And what this is this is where the rest of the hive sits on top of. It's going to create a gap right here, and that'll be the entrance for the bees to come and go. So there is other types of bottom boards. There's screened ones, which have like a mesh here. That's to be able to check for varroa mites. This is just a solid bottom board, and this is our foundation for the hive. The next piece that's going to go on is the brood box. So what this is where the majority of the bees are going to live. So within the middle frames you'll have mostly larvae with brood, which is like capped baby bees. That's where the queen will be hanging out, and the majority of the bees will be in the first 2 brood boxes right in the center. The outer frames will have a little bit of brood in there, but they'll also keep some honey stores on the outside. And inside this box there's 10 frames that look like this. They're designed so that they won't really stick together as much. The black foundation is so that you can see the eggs a little better, and this foundation is plastic that's been coated in beeswax. I've never used plastic foundation before. I have used wax foundation before, and also gone foundationless, which is you just kind of have a bar at the top and let the bees do their own thing, and it turned into a mess. They were building all sorts of all across the frames and everything. So these will go in, then this box will go on top of here. Doesn't really get attached down with anything. It just sits on the top, the weight of it. This box will be about 60 pounds when it's full with bees and honeys and nectar and all that good stuff. And any little gaps, the bees will glue closed with a substance called propolis. So we got our 10 frames in here. You can space them out just a little bit. And when you start the hive, this is where the bees would be going in here. Then next would be the inner cover. This goes on top like this, and it creates a little bit of a gap, and there is a space inside here in between so the bees can move about. And this hole is so that they can come up and walk around up here on the board, all of that. And the other big bonus of having this inner cover is that it keeps the top of the hive from getting completely glued on. So in the summertime when we're inspecting these hives, you'll see when we try to lift it up, we actually have to kind of break it loose because they've actually glued everything together. So the next one that would go on is our top cover. Top cover goes on. It's got a little space here to move around, and that's how our beehive would be started. So Kim bought this from Amazon. I think it was like $180 of decent kit now that it's all together, but I'll show you exactly how everything goes together. And yeah, so this is how the beginning of the season would start. 1 box, cover, all of that, and then at the front, to make it easier for the bees to defend the hive and to keep themselves warm, we have what's called an entrance reducer. So this is going to slot in down at the entrance. You can pick your size hole, the little one. Makes it easy for them to defend. Once the hive grows a little bit, we rotate it, give them about 4 inches to a little more coming and going, a little easier for them to get out, but they can still defend the hive pretty easily with their limited numbers. So this is going to go right in here, just slides in, and it makes it a little easier. So as the season goes on and the hive builds up, we're going to have to add more boxes. They're going to fill up this box pretty quick once the nectar starts flowing. So in order to do that, pull off the top cover. We're going to pull off the inner cover. The next box to go on is going to be another deep box. And this is to expand the amount of area within the hive that the bees can work and lay eggs. So these deep frames, this will be completely full of brood and larvae and baby bees, nurse bees. There's going to be a lot of bees in here. It goes from having a couple thousand bees to tens of thousands pretty quickly. And they'll all kind of congregate towards the middle, and we'll have a little bit of honey on the outside frames. But this is how it'll be for most of the summer. Hopefully the hive will grow quick enough that we'll be able to get some honey this year. And in order to do that, I'm going to just take this box off for now so it's not above my head, but we'd have our 2 deep boxes. And we'd put a honey super on top. So inside here are smaller frames. These are medium-sized frames, and hopefully what will happen is that they'll have a good enough nectar flow that the bees will be able to produce some honey. This will be some leftover that hopefully we'll be able to take from. This is where we'll get our honey. We have to leave some honey for the bees to overwinter. So once they draw these out, we'll hopefully have enough to, you know, take a frame or 2 here or there. And yeah, this box, when it's full, it's heavy. You'll get a whole lot of honey out of this. And it's a lot of hard work for the bees, so don't want to waste it. So once we do that, we'd have 2 deep boxes, the honey super on top, inner cover, and a roof. So this is what the hive will look like when it's hopefully all said and done towards the end of the summer, and we'll hopefully be getting a nice harvest from it. Now I'll show you how to build all these components real quickly and give you an idea of what my thoughts are on this kit. What I'm building here is the first honey super. The joints can pretty much only fit one way, and they're pretty tight, so you can just push them together. If you need to use a rubber mallet, use a rubber mallet. All the boxes are coated in beeswax, which is nice. It'll help them last longer, but it did make the joints pretty tight. Did not use wood glue because how tight the joints were, and then I just secured everything with the wood screws that were provided with the nice countersunk holes. This box here is one of the brood boxes, which is deeper than the honey super. If you're really worried about it, you can use a square to make sure everything is perfectly square. Bees, they don't mind the little imperfections anyways. Now that we have our hive bodies built, I need to move on to the meticulous part. Building frames. This is where the bees actually live. This is one of the frames from the honey super. It's a short, medium-sized frame. Some people build their entire hives out of medium frames so they can move the frames between the tops and the bottom boxes. This kit had deeps and mediums. So the components of it, you have your bottom bar, your top bar, the side bars here, and then in the middle is foundation. This is plastic foundation that's been coated in beeswax. As you can see, it's got a honeycomb pattern on it. The bees should draw on it. Then this will lay into the box and hang by the ends. Yeah, so got to start putting them together. This frame building jig that you can find plans for online, it makes the job a lot quicker, a lot easier. I'll put this back in the box over here. The way that you use it is you have these slider bars here, go through, it creates a little gap here. And same with this side. So you have a little gap on either side. So you take your end pieces. My first time doing this, I built all of these from scratch. I won't do that again. It's worth the money to just buy them. So these just kind of slide in. So while I do this, let's just talk. There's a couple different ways to get bees. First option is to find a local bee club or a local beekeeper that has nukes or packaged bees for sale. Another option is to order your bees online and have them delivered. Last option is you can try like a local box store. That's usually the most expensive option. So we got our 10 on each side. Then we're going to add glue to the tops of the frame. I like tight bond. Works pretty well. So our next step is to take our top bar. It's got the grooves on the sides here that'll fit into that right there. This groove along the center is where our foundation is going to go, so we want to make sure that is facing down. All right, so our first one, get the grooves on, slide it in. Push it down tight. Normally, most people will, you just tack a nail. You can hear a little brad on each one. I have the air compressor out, so I'm gonna get all the top bars on, and then I'm gonna just run through them with some 18 gauge staples. It's just a little quicker. Hey bud, good to see you again. I'll give you little pets. Doing the waggle dance. Now that they're all down and tied up against there, you can take brad nails, put them through, or use a staple gun. Now, pick it up, turn it endwise, get your guys in, keep flipping, pull out the sliders now, like that. You see we have all of our grooves facing the right direction. Next is going to be to attach the bottom bars and the foundation. First things first, I always forget to do it like this. Glue. Take our foundation, put it in here. Now the key is, got to get it in this groove on the bottom. It'll go down tight. This is for plastic foundation. Once it's down tight, nine more to go. So just like chickens, bees come in a whole bunch of different breeds. I only have experience with Italian honeybees, and they seem to be pretty gentle and docile and pretty easy to work. They didn't get too angry too often. In the couple years that I had bees, I think I got stung maybe 5 times total, and it was usually my fault. Now, when you order packaged bees, a lot of times you can order them online and have them delivered to the post office. Very similar to how hatcheries will deliver baby chicks to the post office. That might be the most convenient option for you. That's what we're doing this year from an outfit in Georgia that's well known for supplying bees. Also, before you get your bees, make sure you have some sort of protection. I personally like Ultra Breeze suits, just the jacket and the hood.
They are very well ventilated, and they tend to stay a lot cooler than some of the cheaper options. But you can just get away with a veil and a thick shirt if you absolutely have to.
Well, fellow growers, thanks for coming out today to learn about beehives. Hope I was able to share some knowledge with you, and if you have any questions, put it down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Overall, this is a pretty nice kit for the money. See how it holds up throughout the season. So we'll have a upcoming video on where to lay out your bee yard and also putting bees into this thing. So hope you have a great day and happy growing.